Oh my goodness. Am I not here? All right, can you guys see me now? What is going on? I don't know what is going on right now. Let me fix this. StreamYard is acting like wacky as hell tonight. Um all right, we're gonna figure this out. Duplicate, delete. What is this? Okay, here we are. What is going on? I swear. Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? I don't know they introduced something new. Like StreamYard is so like shitty lately. I don't know what's going on. First of all, they raised their prices like to a ridiculous level. I still haven't switched over. I've seen other people switch over to other things, but I haven't. I've been too lazy to try. And then they just start introducing like all these new things. Like, I don't need this. What is it? Demo scene? And then it messes up my what is going on? Do I not have my background anymore either? Are we good now? Are we good? Okay. I think we're okay. Can you guys hear me? Because the last time I went live, my sound was shitty as well. And I can't even see like the total, like who's in the chat. God, StreamYard for charge. You charge more money and then you suck more. Like, what's up with that? What's up with that? But guys, look, we're here to talk about some 1997 movies. So I got this idea on Instagram today. Somebody like posted something. There's all kinds of these posts all the time on Instagram. But they were like, pick 3 movies from 1997, and everything else is like wiped from existence. Like, if you can only keep 3 movies from 1997, what's your picks? And I'm not going to reveal what I picked because I may like tell you all my top 10 of 1997 before the stream's up. But well, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw. But I was like, you know what? That's actually a fun idea. And I love like analyzing and dissecting like movies by the year. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pull over a bunch of movies from 1997. I actually have a pretty good amount of movies from 1997. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about like if they've got good editions or not. Do they need 4K upgrades? Do they need nicer editions? We'll talk about that as well. Like, there is a surprising amount of movies from 97 that still need like some kind of an upgrade or good addition. You would have thought it happened back in 2022 for the 25th anniversary, but it didn't. So yeah, we're gonna do that tonight. And of course, answer questions and stuff like that as well. Let me go back up to the top, guys. We did get a super chat from Collector Movie Man. Thank you so much, man. $1.99. He says, have a good live stream, going to bed early tonight. Well, I appreciate that, man, that you would come in here and donates before you went to bed. Hopefully you're able to catch the replay. And yeah, guys, let me know your favorite 19. Just go ahead and drop it. Like, what's some of your favorite 97 movies? Let me know in the chat. We've also got Gus here, $4.99 super chat, says, hi Ken, have you heard of Mike? Gus, I'm not Gus, you son of a gun. Mike Hawk. Yeah. Is he related to Mike Hunt? Are they related? Both good guys though. I've met them both. I have met them both. Gus, you son of a gun. Let's see. We got Mr. Bluebeard here. I'm waiting on the 4K releases of Boogie Nights and LA Confidential from 1997. I've been wanting to rewatch Donnie Brasco from 97. Only saw it once and I remember liking it. If 4K would be nice. I haven't seen Donnie Brasco. I could have sworn I had Donnie Brasco in the collection, and I thought I got it for out of like a $5 bin on Blu-ray, like at Walmart years ago. I guess I didn't pick it up for whatever reason, but that had Al Pacino, Johnny Depp in it. But yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that at all. But yeah, I need to check that one out at some point. We got Collector Movie Man here. Hey, Ken, I just wanted to tell you that I got Friends, the complete series on 4K. The 4K transfer is stunning. You can see every single detail in the show. Nice, nice. Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get Friends. I like Friends. I do like Friends, but I've seen the show probably like 3 or 4 times all the way through. And I don't know if I'm ever going to go all the way through that show again in my lifetime. So I did not get the 4K set of Friends. And guys, we got 71 people in the chat right now. If you haven't dropped a like on the stream, I would appreciate it. We are talking about the films of 1997, which, by the way, 97, super underrated year. Everybody wants to blow 99 and 94, and those are great years too. I feel like 94 is a great year. It is. I'm not going to say anything bad about 94. 99, I think, is a little overhyped. It's got The Matrix, and then what? No, I'm just kidding. I know it's got tons of great films. Tons of great teen movies came out in 99 for sure. But 97, like when you really start to dissect 97, like I feel like there's more of like my personal favorites in 97. So that's why to me that year just stands out a little bit more than some of the other years of the 90s. But you know, if you guys like this, we may tackle some other 90s years. We may tackle some 80s stuff, 2000 stuff. It could be fun. Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber would be nice to have in 4K. They definitely would. Those are both 94 movies. We need Private Parts and The Pest. I forgot to bring The Pest over. I've got The Pest on DVD. I couldn't bring everything over, so I'm going to be relying on you all in the chat. A 4K of Private Parts would be cool, though. That has a Blu-ray, right? That does have a Blu-ray. I thought it did. Turbo Power Rangers, the HDR. I never saw Turbo. I was, I guess, grown out of Power Rangers by that point. And then the Ooze, the Secret of the Ooze, that's Turtles. Whatever, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze. I saw that one in the theaters. I marked out for that one. Kevin Costner 4K. Yeah, The Postman, that would be a freaking awesome Arrow video box set. You know, in the same way that Waterworld was an awesome box set. I know not everybody loves Waterworld, but I do. I definitely do. Somebody's bringing up The Game. I love The Game. We'll just start it off, guys. As I go through the chat, why not go ahead and start knocking some stuff off? I got this really cool steelbook from Best Buy back in probably 2018. This is a Blu-ray steelbook. This is back in the good old days. You could just walk in Best Buy and see cool steelbooks on the shelf for like $13. And that's all this was $13 back in the day. But a really cool steelbook. It's got the clown doll on it, which was super creepy, like back in the day. And then it's got the puppets on the back. Does it have any interior artwork? It does. It's got some puzzle pieces and Michael Douglas. But The Game, I used to say it was my favorite David Fincher. I don't think I could put it above 7. Like 7's just a masterpiece. But The Game is my first Fincher film that I ever watched. And I watched it before I even knew like who David Fincher was. But I loved watching The Game when I was a kid. I just thought it was super cool. So this one's probably my second favorite David Fincher film. But I would love a 4K. I know Criterion did an edition back in the day. I don't know if they would be the ones to do the 4K. Universal has this. So look, I would love like an Arrow video edition or something like that. I think that would be super cool. But yeah, like The Game is freaking awesome. The only thing with The Game is that I watched it, I think back in 2020. So it's fairly recently. The ending didn't work for me all the way like it did back in the day. I'll just say that. The ending didn't bring it to, but the rest of the movie's incredible. So I don't want to tear it apart over the ending. It's not that the ending's bad or anything. It just, I was like, oh, I didn't even remember that happened the way that they put it, that it happened. So, but yeah, The Game's an incredible movie. It's an incredible movie and most certainly deserving of a 4K. We've got, Tomorrow Never Dies. I got that marked down on my list. I got a couple Daniel Craig Bond movies. I don't own any other Bond movie, but I would love Tomorrow Never Dies. Like that's my James Bond. And that's honestly the only Bond I care about is the Pierce Brosnan Bond because I grew up with it. But Tomorrow Never Dies, it's probably my least favorite of the 4. I would probably go Goldeneye number 1, then The World Is Not Enough. What's that? What's the one with Halle Berry called again? Tomorrow Never Dies is 97, right? That's the one with Michelle Yeoh, right? God, what is the one with Halle Berry called again? I forget what, but that would be my number 3, and then Tomorrow Never Dies would be my number 4. But yeah, Tomorrow Never Dies. Like, we need all the Brosnan bonds. Like, put it in a box set. I don't care. Like the Rocky collection, because doesn't Warner? I mean, Amazon owns Bond, so doesn't that mean that Warner Brothers would be the one to put it out? I would think so anyway. But let's see. Where does 007 buy his books? I don't know. Is that a joke? Let me know. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie on 4K Blu-ray. That would be cool. So surprised Good Will Hunting hasn't gotten a 4K yet, and I know it's not very well received, but I love a 4K of Spawn 97. So you knocked a couple of good ones out. I don't own Spawn. I should own Spawn. I think I watched it a few years ago as well. Yeah, that just seems like it would be a perfect like Scream Factory release maybe, or an Arrow Video edition. But yeah, I would love Spawn on 4K. It's not, like you said, it's not a great movie, but it is one that I'm kind of nostalgic for. And you brought it up, but Good Will Hunting, like where's Good Will Hunting on 4K? Like, why do we not have this now? This is such a fantastic movie. It's nominated for 9 Academy Awards. It won for Best Screenplay. Robin Williams won an Academy Award. He's excellent in this movie. This is one I've been trying to get my wife to watch with me for the longest time. Whenever we don't have anything to watch, I'm like, do you want to finally watch Good Will Hunting? Because she said that she wanted to watch it, and she never wants to. So I'm trying to get her to watch this movie because this is one of my all-time favorites. I love Good Will Hunting. Been watching this one since I was a kid as well, pretty much since it came out. Because I liked all the Kevin Smith movies, and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck were in those. So, I watched this one as well. And Robin Williams, of course. But this one, it feels like it's Miramax, Lionsgate. I mean, could it be I don't know if Paramount, maybe, again, the Lionsgate Miramax stuff gets a little muddy. Paramount may own this now. But this would be a good Lionsgate Steelbook if they wanted to do that, or, license it to Criterion. I think it would be a good Criterion as well. So yeah, Good Will Hunting though, masterpiece. I love Good Will Hunting. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Everybody wants Power Rangers. The Mask for sure. Yeah. Freddy versus Jason. I'm sure Arrow will announce it before the end of the year. Let's see. Only the first Austin Powers came out in 97, but all 3 films need 4Ks. I agree. The first Austin Powers did get a 4K in the UK. So the first Austin Powers does have a 4K. I did bring Austin Powers over here. I like Austin Powers. Great comedy, good comedy, very good comedy. But The Spy Who Shagged Me is my favorite Austin Powers. But yeah, I like International Man of Mystery quite a bit. I would for sure take a 4K of it. I want all the comedies we can get. I mean, Kino Lorber could do Austin Powers. They're doing all the comedies right now. Oh yeah, I want Con Air. That's all in the thumbnail. That's in the backgrounds. The plane. Hell yeah, I want Con Air. Con Air may be the best film of 1997. It may be. Anaconda in 4K, 1997. Anaconda. You brought up Anaconda. Let me bring that out. That would be a great Arrow Video box set. I know 88 Films did a box set, but yeah, I got Anaconda right here. Nice Mill Creek Steelbook. I would love Anaconda. I thought we were going to get it from Arrow Video, but they ended up announcing Cruising instead. So that's what happened. I don't have Orgasmo. I've actually never seen Orgasmo, which is weird because I'm a huge basketball fan, and I always heard about that movie, and I just never checked it out. So I've never seen Orgasmo, if I'm being honest. All right. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing, ma'am? Let's see. 1997 was a great year. Hoping the game and Austin Powers gets an upgrade. Also, no more Dante's Peak delays. Yes, Dante's Peak is coming out May the 27th. Got delayed again, and it also came out in 1997. I love Dante's Peak. Fantastic film. You got James Bond and Sarah Connor fighting a volcano. You can't get much better than that. You can't. All right. El Salvador. You're watching from El Salvador, Christian. I didn't know that's where you were from. I have not tried pupasas. Is that how you say that? Are you going to review Deep Blue Sea? When I finally get it, I still don't have the damn thing. Arrow shipped that to me, or MVD shipped that to me like a week and 2 days ago. And I usually get my stuff in like 3 or 4 days. And I got to check on it or something. I don't know. Maybe it got lost in the mail. But yeah, I should have got it by now, but I don't have it. So I don't know what's going on. But I did pre-order Daylights for next Tuesday. So hopefully I'll be able to talk about that soon. Let's see. Yeah, the game would be great. Saw Last Breath, good movie. I got No Way Out on 4K, and Kenny, we need Master of the Universe on 4K. 88 Films dropped the ball. Yeah, I mean, some would say so did Umbrella. I don't know why they can't seem to get a 4K out for Masters of the Universe. That's kind of strange. Poompa sauce. Is that how you pronounce it? Scream. Oh yes, Kevin, I do plan on reviewing Daylight. Scream 2, one of the best horror movies of 1997, for sure. I mean, look, the 90s wasn't great for horror, especially in the post Scream era. Like there was a few things that came out in 1997, but it's not like the 80s where we got like 20 great horror movies to talk about every single year. It's a little different when you get to the 90s. I got Face Off, Air Force One, The Lost World, Jurassic Park in 4K. They look good on 4K, said Patrick Williams. Yeah. Yeah, some good ones. Devil's Advocate. I don't own the Devil's Advocates, but that would be a great 4K to get for sure. I don't know what studio has Devil's Advocates. I feel like I've looked at this before. Devil's Advocates. Let's see. I mean, Warner Brothers has it. So, I mean, they could put it out. They just did Constantine. Like, I would have much rather them done The Devil's Advocate if you're going to do a Keanu film. But that's just me. Yeah, Devil's Advocate is good. Pacino's performance is so over the top, but it's great. It's great. Charlize Theron, like early role for her in that movie. Cameron is, yeah, we figured it out. TMNT. Everybody keeps asking about TMNT. It's supposedly Arrow Video's putting it out. That's the rumor on the street, is that Arrow Video's putting it out. Is that true? I don't know. But yeah. Nice. Patrick can see me. Can see you, not full screen. I see you in the corner of my TV screen. Ken looks like he's in the Phantom Zone from Superman. Let's see, 1997 technology with your internet. Yeah, it's not the internet. It's freaking StreamYard. What's up, Adrian? Some movies from 1997 I like to see released on 4K. Yeah, there's a lot. Charlie. What's up, Charlie? Yes, we can see you. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Hope you're doing well. Now, burger is one of your favorites. Good Burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Is that what they say? Who likes orange soda? Kel likes orange soda. So I got this steelbook. I remember watching Good Burger when I was a kid. I didn't watch it a ton, but I liked it. I rewatched this when I got the steelbook, and not a great movie. Not a great movie. To me, it's still kind of nostalgic, and it's fun, but I don't know. I think we're good with just the steelbook. I don't know if we need this one on 4K. I know there's some people that would probably take it on 4K, but I don't know if we 100% need it. I got stuff everywhere, guys. I'm such a freaking mess. I'm such a mess. What is going on? All right. Now it's on a delay. Am I on a delay? Well, I mean, it's been a while since this happened. So let me scroll down, see what you guys are saying. Am I still on a delay? Let me know. Harkabi Blue says false to Good Burger is great. I read that in Dwight Schrute's voice. Vin, I did. False. I agree. I it's always weird to me when, you know, I get nostalgia. I do. I have nostalgia for a lot of stuff. But I do hear people talk about Good Burger like it is a great, like, underrated family comedy. And for me, it's really goofy and just kind of bad. So, kind of in the same way that Jingle All the Way is. I think Jingle All the Way is a little bit better. Um, but yeah, no delay. But it's all subjective, right? Could they freaking Vinegar Syndrome could put out a VSU of Good Burger. I think that would fit. Let's see. Oh, Christian says Event Horizon. Well, since you brought up Event Horizon, this is definitely one of my favorites of the year. Event Horizon. So I saw this in the theaters with my dad in 1997. I was 12 when I saw Event Horizon. This is basically The Shining, Hellraiser in space. And this is also one that there are parts of it that haven't aged the best, but I just think this movie is so cool that I'm able to forgive it for some of its downfalls. But yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill. I was freaked out by this movie when I was a kid, but I loved it. I freaking loved this movie. And yeah, like I remember like we had just went and saw all the Star Wars movies, the re-releases for the special editions. And then my dad took me to see Event Horizon. I don't know if he was thinking it was going to be like a Star Wars type movie, or if he knew it was a horror movie in space, but yeah, pretty gnarly to watch this one in the theaters when, I mean, I might have been 11 if this one came out before my birthday, which was in October. Like I might have been 11 when I saw this one in the theaters. But yeah, Event Horizon, it's super nostalgic for me. There's also a Scream Factory edition that I got back there. They did a slipcover of this as well. I thought maybe I had this, but I don't think I do. But the steelbook's enough. It's a nice steelbook that Paramount put out, I think, back in 2022. Really solid 4K too, of Event Horizon. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites from 1997. Honestly, like I might it's between that and Scream for my favorite horror movie of the year, but I might pick Event Horizon to be honest, because I just think it's so unique. And I think that it's probably Paul W. S. Anderson's best movie by far. Maybe Resident Evil Apocalypse is right behind it, but yeah. Let's see. Devil's Advocate is the one I probably watched the most from that year. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. 1997 is my birth year. Oh, that's cool, Sean. You're a youngin'. That means you're 28. Everybody's laughing. He almost fell. Different last names could be same mom, says Alan. Con Air and The Rock and The Crow. The Crow is 94 and The Rock is 96, but Con Air, you're on the right track. And let's just talk about Con Air. I'll bring it up. Now there are rumors that we're getting Con Air in this year. And this is a Touchstone Pictures, so this would be coming from Disney if we get this one on 4K. And yeah, I am chomping at the bit to see Con Air on 4K. This is, if you want to talk about my most watched movies of 1997, Con Air is there. There's definitely, this makes a run for it. I think this one and maybe Dante's Peak, because I rewatched Con Air a lot, like a lot. I freaking love this movie. It's still probably my favorite Nicolas Cage film. And yeah, great cast. Steve Buscemi, like always. Like I like Steve Buscemi, and because it was weird because I knew Steve Buscemi from a lot of other films at that time, but he kind of got under my skin in this movie. I remember him kind of freaking me out a little bit when I was a kid watching it. Um, but yeah, you watch him in this, and then you watch him in Armageddon, like riding on the the nuclear warhead, and it's a completely different Steve Buscemi. But I freaking love Con Air. Love Con Air. Great cast, like I said. I think that John Malkovich is Cyrus the Virus, one of the best action villains ever. John Cusack. I just love 90s action film. I know 80s action, people kind of hype it up as the best, but I think that 90s action is kind of where it's at. So I'd say Speed's probably my favorite 90s action film, but right after that would be Con Air for sure. For sure. Yeah, Con Air, love it. And I cannot wait to get a 4K of that one. Cannot wait. All right, let's see. 3 1997 movies for Michelle. I'll keep Lost Highway, Starship Troopers, and LA Confidential. So we can talk about Starship Troopers. We might be able to talk about all your films, Michelle. Just to knock them out, because I do have them all. But unfortunately, they're all on the bottom. So, Starship LA Confidential. So, yeah, in 1997, guys, we had some of the best filmmakers just firing on all cylinders. We got a David Lynch film with Lost Highway. We got a Paul Verhoeven film with Starship Troopers. This movie ages incredibly well. Like, it ages so freaking well. The social political commentary in it is still extremely relevant today, probably even more relevant when it came out. But I freaking love Starship Troopers. It is a movie that, like I said, it just gets better. Like, there's no nostalgia with this one. I've always loved it. Like, I loved it from the first time I saw it. I saw it in the theaters when I was a kid. But the movie, like, I rewatched it a couple of years ago with my son, and I was like, damn, this is just so, like, it's so much smarter than I think anybody gave it credit for back when it came out back in 1997. And it ages just so well. But I love everything about this movie. The action's incredible. The CGI and the effects and the alien effects and stuff, like, some of it may look a little dated, but I actually think they did a really good job on it, and it kind of holds up, I feel like. And in 4K, it freaking looked incredible. This has got Dolby Vision on it. There's another 4K that doesn't. And I think they added the Atmos on this one as well. But really nice steelbook. There was a new feature in here. But I mean, the collector in me and the lover of this movie would love like a box set, like some kind of like special edition box set of Starship Troopers. I definitely would. But yeah, this is a banger. This is for sure in my top 5 of the year. For sure in my top 5 of the year. I love Starship Troopers. And this is 2 of the movies that were in my 3 that I wouldn't want to live without in 1997. If that tells you anything. But yeah, great action, great characters. Johnny Rico. It may be the only good role that Casper Van Dien ever had, but he played it to perfection. Neil Patrick Harris, freaking Denise Richards in that film. Like, talk about coming of age as a young man. Denise Richards, my goodness, in that film. And then who's the other? Oh, you got freaking Michael Ironside. He's great in the movie. God, I love Michael Ironside in the movie. Yeah, the whole cast is great. Lost Highway. Lost Highway is a movie I watched from Kino Lorber. I didn't bring that over here, but there's a Kino Lorber edition. I got the Criterion. I haven't watched this on 4K yet, but this movie kind of like messed with my mind when I watched it for the first time. I didn't know what the hell I was watching, so I want to rewatch it. I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it. It was just very weird. It was a weird experience, but I do need to rewatch that one at some point. And then LA Confidential. I mean, this is definitely one of the best movies of the year for sure. Was this nominated for Best Picture? If it wasn't, it should have been. Look, I still got the Best Buy sticker on here. I never took it off. My goodness. But great cast: Russell Crowe, Kevin Spacey, Kim Basinger. Incredible cast. Is that Danny DeVito? Is Danny DeVito in this movie? Yeah, Guy Pearce. Like, just a great cast. Great cast in LA Confidential, directed by Curtis Hanson. In 1997. See, Like so much depth. We go from Lost Highway to Starship Troopers to LA Confidential. Like 1997 has truly got it all. It's got it all. Let's see. But yeah, LA Confidential, like who put this one out? This is 20th Century Fox. So this is one Disney. Disney's got to license this one to Criterion Collection. Like for sure. 4K of that. All right, what's going on? We got another super chat from Rorschach Raider. Rorschach. Sorry, Rorschach. That's from The Watchmen, right? $1.99. Thank you for what you do, sir. I love physical media. I love physical media as well. And thank you for the super chat. I'm going to give you a little clip.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Little Jim. And speaking of Jim, here's the other film that I had in my 3 that I would choose to keep from 97. That's Liar Liar. This to me is like the best comedy of the 90s. It's this or Office Space for me. I love Office Space, but Liar Liar, it's incredibly funny. I think this is the perfect balance of serious Jim and also like super funny goofball physical comedy genius Jim Carrey. I just think he rides that line so incredibly well. Really brings like the emotion with his son and his ex-wife and all that stuff, but also is just like super hilarious the whole time. I just feel like this is the showcase for everything that Jim Carrey was capable of at the time. And I still I cannot stop laughing still to this day when I watch this movie. It still makes me laugh. It's endlessly quotable. And the stuff, it's just still funny. It's still funny. I think Jim's at his best. I know people love Dumb and Dumber. I love Ace Ventura too. Like there's so many Jim Carrey movies I love. This is my favorite Jim Carrey, and it probably always will be. This is the Shout Select version. I don't think I need a 4K of this. The 2K scan is really nice, but if they did a 4K, I'd buy it. I would 100% buy it. I think this one had like a couple of new features on it as well. But yeah, the freaking outtakes at the end, a goose. Like it was just everything about this movie's hilarious from start to finish. It never lets up. The claw, Carrie Elwes, the claw, like it just the whole movie from start to finish. Love it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We got to go all the way back up here. What did I miss? What's up, John Doe Juggalo? My favorite 1997 movie still doesn't have a Blu-ray yet, and that's The Rainmaker. Does that not have a Blu-ray? I did have The Rainmaker wrote down, but I don't own The Rainmaker. That's a shame. It needs one. They absolutely did. What's up, John? I like to see released on 4K. Good Will Hunting, Devil's Advocate, Absolute Power, Contact, Con Air, Alien Resurrection. We might get that. Gross Point Blank and Murder at 1600. So I brought one of those over here, and I've got it on DVD. DVD. Where's it at? Oh my God, did Meet Wally Sparks come out? I freaking love Meet Wally Sparks. I found that on DVD at Half Price Books. I think it was like $10 and I wasn't willing to pay $10 for a DVD, but I should have got it because it doesn't have anything else other than that. But that's my favorite Rodney Dangerfield movie is Meet Wally Sparks. I freaking love it. But Gross Point Blank, I've got on DVD. I used to watch this all the time. I was a big fan of 90s, late 90s John Cusack. Between this and High Fidelity, watched them both all the time. But this is a cool one. You know, John Cusack plays a hitman, and he goes back for his high school reunion, meets up with what's her name, Minnie Driver, who's also in Good Will Hunting the same year. And yeah, it's just kind of like a romantic comedy / action espionage type film, and it's a fun one. So Gross Point Blank, if you've never seen it, if you come across it on streaming, I recommend it. I'm assuming this has a Blu-ray. I honestly don't even know. I've had the DVD for a while. I need to check. Oh my goodness, I don't think it does. Hold on now. I'm seeing it now. Oh, it does. It has a it's a Disney film. Damn it. We'll never get a 4K of that. Yeah, it's a $14.99 for the Blu-ray. I might want to get that sooner rather than later, to be honest. And guys, I'll bring this up real quick, very briefly. Let me bring up this screen. If I can, if it actually works. No, I seem to be disappearing. StreamYard is just like throwing fits tonight. I'm probably getting ready to get kicked out of here, to be honest. Everything's spinning. What a night. What a night for StreamYard. Yeah, everything's spinning. I can't do anything. Oh my God. And they want to charge me $50 a month for this piece of crap. Yeah, I mean, my internet's good. Matt Damon. Yeah, I can't do anything right now, guys. I'm completely frozen. Frozen solid. Oh, I'm not even moving on my screen. I think I'm moving for you guys because I can see myself on my phone, but I don't think. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm not even moving on my screen. Like, I'm completely frozen. Let me see if I can. I'm going to restart the computer and I'll be back. Okay. I'm going to have to restart everything. All right, guys. Am I back? Am I back and better than ever? Oh my goodness. This is just messed up tonight, guys. Look, we got 100 people in here. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. And I'm just hoping I didn't lose the chat. Let me scroll back up. Doesn't look like I lost anything. It doesn't look like I lost. Well, actually, I did. I lost some stuff, guys, so I apologize. The 90s was about dark thrillers. Daylight was a reworking of the original idea for the sequel to the Poseidon Adventure. Yeah, Grosse Point Blank. I was talking about this. I like this. This has a Blu-ray. It's $15. So check it out. Devil's Advocate. Yeah, that's on the Groove Sale. There is a nice Groove Sale. I'd pull it up, but I don't want to get frozen again. Vegas Vacation. I did pull out Vegas Vacation because I love Vegas Vacation. And yes, this was the last great vacation movie to come out. And yeah, this is a fantastic film for sure. A masterpiece vacation film, one would say. It's not the worst. I know some people don't like this one, but it's not the worst to me. European's still the worst, but I would go Christmas Vacation, Vacation, Vegas Vacation, then European Vacation for sure. But I've always loved this one. You know, I put $1 and I got a car, put $1 and I got a car, put $1 and I got a car. This one was just always like super fun for me to watch when I was a kid. And to be honest, like I watched this one way more than I watched the first Vacation. I watched this one during the year and I watched Christmas Vacation during Christmas time. So those are the most watched vacation movies for me when I was younger. But I do recognize the greatness of the first Vacation as an adult. But Vegas Vacation is great. I said in a video recently that I think Vegas could get a 4K this year. I think it could. I think it could happen. Oliver Stone's U-Turn. That came out in 97. Oh yeah. Yeah. Den of Thieves Steelbook. Nice. Nice. Yeah, those are all good steelbooks. I'm hoping to get the Den of Thieves one soon. Yeah, Criterion or Kino would be cool. LA Confidential on 4K. Yeah. I don't know what that is, John. Lone Wolf and Cub. Let's see. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that like button. I would appreciate it. We got Twister on 4K Haunted Pillowcase. If you've not been paying attention to my channel, I freaking reviewed that thing like at least 2 or 3 times last year because I got the box set of it. Talked about it endlessly. It was in like my top 4K of 2024. It's here. It's out. It's been out. No delay here. George of the Jungle needs a regular release outside the Disney Movie Club. Yes, it does. George of the Jungle did come out in 97. I don't have a lot of the Disney stuff, guys. I don't have Hercules, which also came out in 97. Great Disney animated movie. I might even say that Hercules is the last great Disney animated movie. Devil's Advocate is with New Regency, so WB might not have the rights anymore. That's a good point. That's a good point. At least a Blu-ray upgrade for Tales of the Crypt or Freddy's Nightmares. That would be cool. Since I think New Regency had some titles revert back to them. We don't have that one on 4K. I thought we did get that on 4K. I thought we did. Event Horizon. I love that movie. I love it. Let's see. Dante's Peak sucks. It's all formula and very hollow. I don't know what you mean by that. It's all formula. I just like it because it has a good escalation to it. You know, it starts off, it introduces you to the characters, to the townspeople. You get invested in everybody. It builds the stakes as we go, you know, with the hot springs and everything and the sulfur smell and the water supply. And it builds and it builds and it builds to that great scene in the auditorium. And then it just, everything goes crazy. I just think that movie has the perfect like crescendo for a disaster film. And it totally pays off. For me, it does. Now you can say it gets a little weird, you know, with the acid water and the grandma and the smoke and the ashes. And when it starts snowing, they get in the mine shaft, the mine at the end. But I don't know. I love it. It slows down a little bit, I guess, but I still think it's great. Let's see. Oh, it's on Plex, huh? Chasing Amy. I did bring over Chasing Amy, which also came out the same year as Good Will Hunting. Yeah, I've always loved Chasing Amy. This one for a long time was I don't know if anything's ever beaten Mallrats. That's my favorite Kevin Smith movie, but it was like right behind it. Like I used to watch this one all the time. So yeah, Chasing Amy is definitely a good one. I would love to. I didn't Criterion put this out. Like it would be cool if, but I mean, this is owned by Lionsgate now, I think. So it'd be cool if they did a Lionsgate steelbook of Chasing Amy for sure. I would for sure buy that. Flubber, Flubber did come out in '97. Flubber's a '97. Yeah, Flubber would be a cool 4K for sure. Guys, there's 111 people here. If you haven't hit the like button for me. We only got 60 likes. We only got 60 likes. So what that tells me is you don't care about 1997. You don't like 1997. You don't like movies of 1997 if you don't hit that like button. Okay. The way he came out theatrically via WB and it's now at Foxy. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're throwing at me. I'm getting up early to hike up a volcano. So I guess you're hiking up a volcano. Well, let me just bring this out then, since you mentioned it. Guys, there was not just one volcano movie that came out in 1997. There were two volcano movies that came out in 1997, and the other one was Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones and Anne Heche, R.I.P. Yeah, I did not rewatch Volcano as much. This one to me was a very Dante's Peak felt real, like that could happen. This felt like a very like science fiction-esque almost fantasy version of a volcano movie. But like when the guy melts in the lava, like that's a super like over the top scene. But I've always liked that volcano a lot. So I need to rewatch this one again. This looks like a bootleg Blu-ray, but it's actually Anchor Bay that put this one out. So yeah, very lucky to have this one actually. So yeah. Let's see. Eddie Dangle says, "Hey Ken, last time I caught you live, I mentioned going half a year with no buying physical media as a bet for my friends. I want to let you know I ended up getting me Demolition Man, Deep Blue Sea. Nice. Those are good picks, Eddie. Don't ever go half a year without buying physical media again. My goodness. Volcano is weak but fun. Dante's Peak is superior. I agree. Speed 2. Did that come out in 97? It did, didn't it? I've only seen it one time, and that was enough. Now, I've been wanting to rewatch it, but, I'm hoping it was get to 4K. We need Crow on 4K. We do got the Crow on 4. What are you doing, Haunted? Keep calling out stuff that already has 4Ks. I am way more of a Miller Lite guy. At least the last time I drank beer. It was weird. I mean, I don't drink a lot anymore. From time to time, occasionally I do. But when I was like younger and like in my early 20s, I was diehard Bud Light. And then I turned into like diehard Miller Lite. And then I was diehard Coors Light for like the last few years that I drank. At least as far as like light beer, I love drinking IPAs as well. And Rolling Rock, I used to get Rolling Rock a lot. But as far as like the big three, Coors Light, Miller Lite, Bud Light, I have enjoyed Miller Lite at times. Boogie Nights, good call. Paul, I was going to say Paul W.S. Anderson. Paul Thomas Anderson, that's the wrong Anderson, directed Boogie Nights. We got two great Paul Anderson movies, though, in 97, Boogie Nights and Event Horizon. When are we getting a 4K of this? Like, this should have already happened. Like, what is going on with Warner Brothers? They should have put this one out. It's New Line Cinema. This one needs a Criterion, 100%. This would be a great Criterion. There Will Be Blood. Like, we need these Paul Thomas Anderson movies in 4K. All right. Yeah, I agree. The Edge. I did bring over The Edge. I watched The Edge recently, actually. I was going to do a video on this because I watched it on DVD. And yeah, I was watching like some wintry themed movies, and that's kind of what The Edge is. This movie is like really great. It's still great. Like I enjoyed watching it when I was a kid, but Anthony Hopkins is so good in this movie. Alec Baldwin's great as well. And this movie does a great job like building tension and like setting up this paranoia between the two of them to where like you don't know like if you also should be paranoid of like what the other one's thinking until you get to a certain point. But yeah, this is a great movie. If you haven't seen The Edge, there's a bear and there's a bear attack sequence that's really good. But yeah, I love The Edge. I think that's awesome. So yeah, I would love a 4K of it. I think Kino Lorber would be the perfect one, and do a 4K of it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it has to be director driven. But I mean, they've said Con Air's coming out, like they've teased it. Like that's something that's supposedly happening. More than anything else from 1997, I need LA Confidential. Yep. We did talk about that. Double Team, did that come out in 97? Switchback with Dennis Quaid and Danny Glover. I don't think I've seen that. Of all the big action movies of 1997, I can't stand Con Air. Not a good action movie to me. You don't like Con Air? You say Con Air, con shit. Remember that Chris Rock and was that Dogma? I mean, Dave Chappelle's in that movie. Jungle to Jungle, good call on Jungle to Jungle. I love that movie. Flubber, Selena, Vegas Vacation. I mean, 97 is like my heyday year for watching movies. Like this is probably the year I watched the most movies when I was a kid. LA Confidential was nominated. Okay. She won for Best Supporting Actress. Liar Liar is a classic. I agree. I love for Vinegar Syndrome to give us a release of Stephen King's The Night Flyer. That film deserves some love on physical media. Did that come out in 97? I think it did. How about Contact? How about it? I got it on the thumbnail for crying out loud. Contact 100% needs a 4K. Warner Brothers. Like, what are you doing? You got to put out Contact. You got to give us some kind of like cheesy slipcover artwork, something weird, something that everybody hates. Do it. Jodie Foster with a bunch of satellites behind her and some like aliens on a beach. You could do some cool stuff with it. But yeah, I freaking love Contact. I remember watching it when I was a kid and I was disappointed by the end, but I watched it a couple of years ago and I was like, this movie is just like so good. Like in the same way that Arrival's good, how it handles aliens and it's like the aliens aren't like a threat, but it's something else. And I love it. I think it's great. So yeah, Contact. I would love to get a 4K of this for sure. For sure. Patrick Muldoon without a brain. I don't know what that means. Oh, the Rainmaker has a Blu-ray. The Rainmaker has a Blu-ray. Okay. Always check Germany, says Gary North. Oh, is there two different ones? Oh, he says the one with Matt Damon is on there. $18. Let's see. Tomorrow Never Dies, Air Force One, The Assignment, Donnie Brasco, Full Alerts, Con Air, Copland, The Game. Well, let's talk about Copland. Got it right here. I've been talking about Copland. It needs a 4K. I've been talking about that forever. This is also Miramax Lionsgate, so I don't know if this is something that Paramount owns, if Lionsgate owns it. I don't really care. It'd be awesome if they did a Lionsgate Steelbook. Like, that would be cool to do that for Copland. But, yeah, I love Copland. I think it's, it's directed by James Mangold, who just directed A Complete Unknown. And James Mangold's got a great filmography, but this is still his best movie. He did it in 1997. The movie feels very much like a Scorsese film, but honestly, like I like it better than most of Scorsese's 90s movies. I like it better than Goodfellas and Casino. And it's got a lot of the same people in it: Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, but Harvey Keitel's in it, so it's got a lot of the Scorsese people in it, but it adds Sylvester Stallone and maybe his best performance like ever. So I freaking, and again, like I love Sly and a lot of stuff like Rocky is all time, but Copland is like a special performance from Sylvester Stallone. So if you haven't seen Copland, highly recommend it. You got to check this one out. Great movie. I think James Mangold out Scorsese's Scorsese with this movie. But yeah, I would love a Criterion, would love anything, any 4K we could get for Copland would be appreciated. Let's see. All right, we're getting to the part where nobody could hear me. Yeah, everybody's talking about Devil's Advocate. That is definitely That's definitely a big one. Well, I mean, YouTube, I could tell that too, but I didn't know you all were experiencing that as well. So it is what it is. YouTube, it might be YouTube that's having issues tonight. Might not even be StreamYard. But you know, it is what it is. It'll be all right. Face Off, Tomorrow Never Dies, Air Force One, The Assignments. Did I read all this already? Did Spice World come out in 97? Was that a 97 movie? Look at guys, freaking 97. That's crazy. Yeah, 97 movie. That's crazy. 97 had everything. That would be a great VSU edition. Never Seen Vegas Vacation Sober. Really? That sounds like a great time. Randy Quaid at the buffet. I love it. I was like, you could really go to the buffet for $1.50. That sounded awesome to me. Tomorrow Never Dies. Yeah, great movie. Vegas Vacation, along with other 007 movies. Yeah, look, my heart honestly wants to go with Vegas for my second favorite because I grew up with it. But I watched Vacation recently, and it really is a great comedy. So I have to recognize the greatness. The problem is you just got too many good movies. Like I can never put Christmas below any of them because I watch it every year, and it's just like so like a part of me, that movie. But like there's so many great movies in that franchise, or 3 great movies. Once Upon in America in China for 97. I have not seen that. I watched a first time watch horror movie called Species 2, 1998. Have you seen it before? I have seen Species 2. It's been a long time since I've seen Species 2, but I have seen it. Robin Williams was in another movie called Father. I have not seen that one. I don't know if we have a Blu-ray for The Pest. I can look it up real quick. I'm not going to pull it up on the screen, but I can look it up. I've got that on DVD. I didn't bring it over here, but I do have it. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just on DVD. Gone in 60 Seconds was 2000, I believe. Yeah, I think it was 2000. I think it came out the year before Fast and Furious. Okay. Well, I cared about him, but I was also like 12 when I got attached to him. Yeah, I just think it's a great disaster movie. I mean, I don't know. I just love those movies. That's my genre. Oh, I got the Jackal right here, buddy. Yeah, I loved the Jackal when I was a kid. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I think I found this at a Goodwill, and I just picked it up on DVD. But I know it has a Blu-ray, but I don't have it yet. But yeah, Bruce Willis, Richard Gere, Sidney Poitier. This is my first Sidney Poitier movie. Great movie, The Jackal. That was a good call on that one. What's up, Aaron Click? I have not seen the Avengers with Uma Thurman. I've not seen it. Trojan War. Did that come out in 97? But you know, speaking of Jennifer Love Hewitt, you might as well we might as well pull it out, you know. Speaking of Jennifer Love Hewitt, we might as well pull it out. All right.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Of course, we got to talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer. This came out in 1997, as did Scream 2 also. So we'll go ahead and talk about the 2 slasher films, both written by Kevin Williamson. He had 2 movies come out, 1997. I was never a huge I Know What You Did Last Summer fan until recently. I really like the movie now, but I did not like it when it first came out. Scream 2, I've said before, is my favorite of the franchise. So I freaking love Scream 2 for sure. But yeah, so that would be my pick over I Know What You Did Last Summer. But they're both solid slasher films from the 90s for sure. All right, let me get back into the chat. I love how everybody's, they're naming the stuff that's in my stack. All right, let's see. Cube. I don't know about if Cube's on there. You hate most normal. I like dark beers. Yeah, I've drunk some Sam. I like the Sam Adams Winter Lager. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a huge beer drinker anymore. Like recently, if I want to drink beer, like I'll get an IPA because I can drink like 2 and I'm feeling really good. So I don't have to drink a lot. But I recently tried Zombie Dust for the first time. I used to drink Sierra Nevada. I tried Zombie. I drank, I think, Dogfish Head as well, but I drank Zombie Dust, and that was good. That was good. that was like 1, and I was like, I feel good. I'm good for the night. Kind of a lightweight because, like I said, I just don't drink a lot anymore. Take it a super chat from Lee the Machine Bowers. It's been a while since I've seen you in here, Lee. I appreciate it. Sorry to be off topic, but I hope Arrow Video doesn't make mistakes on Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X like Scream Factory did when we got replacement discs. Hopefully not, since hopefully Arrow Video cleans up their act a little bit because they're not on a good trajectory as far as mistakes in 2025. But I don't know if that's fair to say. Like from my perspective, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 4K was all right. I didn't have an issue with it, but I get what you're saying. Hopefully there are no issues with those. Let's see. Mimic did come out. I like Mimic. That's supposed to get a 4K soon, right? 3 Fugitives. I don't think I've seen that one. Did Hard 8 come out in 97 or was that 96? I think it was 96. 8 Heads. Did that come out in 97? Because I got the DVD of that. I think I got it at a Dollar Tree back in the day. Let's see. I managed to play the Blu-ray. Oh, sweet. Nice, Kevin. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I love that 4K. Did the Mr. Bean movie come out? Damn. What was your question, Antonis? I don't remember it. Yeah, it should be. 187, was that in 90? Yeah, that was in 97 too. I have not seen 187. That's one I need to check out still. It seems like that'd be a good Kino Blu-ray or 4K. Conspiracy Theory's good. Murder at 1600 I haven't seen. Affliction. I don't know if Affliction sounds familiar. I have played Red Dead Redemption 1. I used to be big into gaming back in the 2000s and early 2010s. So I played the first one, but I didn't play the second one. But I love the first one for sure. Double Team with Dennis Rodman. Hell yeah. Gus won Spice World on 4K. Did Beautician and the Beast? I'd rather watch Beautician and the Beast. I'd rather listen to Fran Drescher for 8 hours. What movie's that from? Yeah, the movie's okay. I saw it back in the day. The Swedish Insomnia. Did that come out that year too? The Man Who Knew Too Little. I remember when that came out. The only ones I know, well, there's another one. We got Scream 2, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Event Horizon, and we got Wishmaster. Now I got the 4 film collection. This is because there were 4 Wishmaster films. I need to watch all these at some point because as of right now, I've only seen the first one. But yeah, Wishmaster used to scare me when I was a kid. So yeah, I definitely saw the first Wishmaster film, but that also came out in 97. Let's see. English Patience 96, isn't it, Gus? Did K-Pax come out in 97? If it did, Kevin Spacey was having a good year. No, that's 2001. Yeah, Jackal's a good film. Jackal's a good film. Let's see. Oh, I have that. I didn't know that was 97. Yeah, I went through a list and I pulled over as much as I could. Hold on a second. Oh, I do. Somebody requested this, so I gotta show it real quick. Rat Man. Rat Man returns live. If you all remember the round tables back in the day, then you'll know why I had to do that. 110 people in here, guys. Again, hit the like button if you haven't already. Show us Rat Man, 7 years in Tibet with Brad Pitt. Vegas Vacation. Yeah. Vegas Vacation solid. Vegas Vacation solid. Wishmaster, I need to get Romy Michelle's High School. I love the movie. I don't have it. I don't know. I have not picked that up. Is that on Blu-ray? That has to be on Blu-ray. I don't have it for some reason. Red Corner. Oh my goodness. Good Burger. Rocket Man. I love Rocket Man. I would love like freaking. I talk about this in an upcoming video, so I'm not going to spoil it. But did I already put out this video? I don't know. I don't know when I'm putting videos out, but I feel like I talked about Disney recently in one video I did, and I talked about how they should put out Rocket Man, like some kind of like 4K edition of Rocket Man. That would be great. I love that movie though. Harlan Williams, like that movie is freaking great. Lee the Machine Bowers, $1.99. Thank you so much, man. Spawn needs a 4K. I agree 100%. We talked about Spawn a little bit earlier. Steel came out too that year. Oh my God. Guys, I've still got like a lot to get through. So let me start grinding through these. Let me read off my sheet. Did I miss anything? Does anybody like Mouse Hunt out there? With God, what is his name? Mouse Hunts. Why do I forget people's name? This getting old is terrible. Gore Verbinski directed Mouse Hunt. I did not. Nathan Lane and Lee Evans, who's also in Something About Mary. Yeah, I enjoyed Mouse Hunt back in the day. Or actually, that says 98. Why did when I looked up 97 movies, that one popped up. Kiss the Girls, Morgan Freeman. The Peacemaker with George Clooney and Nicole Kidman. And I think that's it. I think all of y'all brought the rest of them that I have written down up. All right, let's go through some of these. Yeah, it said 98 when I just brought it up. Beverly Hills Ninja. This one's got a Blu-ray. I didn't pick it up. I still got it on DVD. Beverly Hills Ninja, the last great Chris Farley movie. Fools Rush In with Matthew Perry and Salma Hayek. This is a good romantic comedy from back in the day. Still stuck on DVD. Actually, a lot of Matthew Perry stuff is still stuck on DVD, like Serving Sarah as well. Amistad. Look, we got two films here I'm getting ready to bring up by two big-time directors, Amistad and G.I. Jane, starring the actress that was just robbed of an Academy Award. She was robbed, Demi Moore, for The Substance. But yeah, I loved G.I. Jane when I was a kid. Viggo Mortensen, Demi Moore. I watch this one all the time for some reason. But yeah, this is a Ridley Scott movie, and this is a Steven Spielberg movie. So both of these need 4Ks. And I've still got them both on DVD. Yeah, I know Rocket Man came out on Blu-ray, but it's Disney Movie Club. I need something better than that. I hear those Disney Movie Club Blu-rays are not that good. Have we talked about The Fifth Elements? I know this has a 4K, but this is a fun science fiction movie. It's never been my favorite, but I know it's one that a lot of people really enjoy. And that's a Luc Besson movie. The Lost World. Jurassic Park. I love The Lost World. It's definitely not as good as the first Jurassic Park, but I thought it brought a lot to the table. I love the music and the score to The Lost World. I think it's great. I think John Williams does a better job with this one. But yeah, I always thought this one was cool. Just the dinosaur coming to the city, like that was always super cool to me as a kid. So yeah, The Lost World is great. Alien Resurrection, which is probably the worst of the franchise. Probably. I don't love the third one either. I kind of hate the third one, but I think there's some redeeming qualities to the third one. This is like a sci-fi original channel crap movie. The Full Monty, a Best Picture nominated film. I don't think it should have been. It's not a very good movie, in my opinion. But okay, The Full Monty. We've also got In and Outs. Was happy to get this one on 4K recently from Kino Lorber because I've always loved this movie. Freaking awesome. And this one's actually got, I think, a new interview with the director. So happy that one has a 4K. All right, we're not done. We're not done. We got some editions that got great 4Ks, like My Best Friend's Wedding, nice romantic comedy from 1997. We got As Good as It Gets on 4K. This is another Best Picture nominated film. What do you guys think about As Good as It Gets? Let me know. We've also got Gummo. Gummo on 4K. I reviewed this one last year, really enjoyed it. And yeah, this is a 19. It's crazy to me that they made this movie. Like, this doesn't feel like it fits with everything else. Like, this feels like I said, this feels like a movie that could have been made like 5 years ago by A24. It does not feel like a movie that came out in 1997, which just goes to show you like how ahead of his time Harmony Korine was. Like, I feel like every independent film, like, he used this as the template, almost. But yeah, I am a big fan of Gummo. Big fan. Let's see. Perfect Blue. If you guys want some anime, I haven't seen this. Somebody sent this to me. I'm not huge into anime, but this one came out in 97. And guys, look, this is a big one. Big one. Okay. Let me bring over these steel books. We still got quite a bit. Face Off. Now, I'm not as big on Face Off as I am Con Air, but it is a great action film. I think the story and the performances are a little silly, particularly Nicolas Cage is just a little too over the top, but it's still in a good, like, entertaining way. I wouldn't change anything about the movie. I think that it lives perfectly the way that it is, but it's not my favorite action movie ever made, for sure. But it is a great action movie, and you got John Travolta, you got Nicolas Cage in it. It's very of its time, but it's still fun. And this 4K from Kino Lorber is great. So yeah, Face Off. Pretty much in 1997, in my opinion, you had 3 great 90s action films. And if you told me that any of them was your favorite action film of that year, I wouldn't hold it against you. One of them is Con Air, one of them is Face Off, and the other one is Air Force One with Harrison Ford. This one also came out 1997. Great steelbook here from Sony. I love this steelbook. And yeah, Air Force One, this is another one I watched like over and over again. Like, I love these types of movies. These are like dad action movies, but I don't know what that says about me, but I just love that watching those kind of movies when I was a kid. I love Broken Arrow as well. But yeah, Harrison Ford is great in this role. William H. Macy, Glenn Close, Gary Oldman, come at me in the chat. I think he's like one of the best like action villains ever. Is this essentially Die Hard on a plane? Yeah, it is, but I think it does everything better than Die Hard. I love this movie so much. I think Gary Oldman's just one of the best action villains ever. I would put him up against Hans Gruber and beat him down. You lose, Hans Gruber. I'm just kidding. He's a great villain too. But Gary Oldman, to me, is like so freaking menacing in this movie. He almost makes the film. But yeah, Air Force One's great. Love it. Love it so much. We talked about Face Off. Here's another great action film. This movie's like part action, but it's also kind of part horror film as well. I think there's parts of this movie that feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Breakdown with Kurt Russell is fantastic. I watched this one recently. There's a 4K I got as well in Paramount Scares Volume 2, but I thought I would pull over my Paramount Presents edition, which is now out of print. But this is a great film. It's kind of a cross between, like I said, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Duel by Steven Spielberg, and just an action movie. It's a great action movie though. I love it. Kurt Russell loses his wife. She gets kidnapped. He has to go find her. and it's fantastic. If you haven't seen Breakdown, check it out. It is one of the greats, from 1997. I agree. Gary Oldman is great in everything he does. I mean, you got freaking Dracula, True Romance. Like, he slips into every role that he does and just transforms. Money Talks, great comedy. I just got the Warner Archive edition. And you also got another great comedy that came out the year is Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. I didn't bring my bootleg Blu-ray over, but I also love that movie. Guys, we got to address the elephant in the room and talk about a big movie that we haven't talked about yet. And this is huge. Everybody loves this movie. They don't make fun of it at all, ever. And that is Batman and Robin. Came out in 1997. I remember seeing this one in the theaters. I thought Batman Forever was great when I was a kid. It hasn't aged the best. So when this one came out, like, I was so excited to see it, but not even like 11 or 12-year-old me could like look at this movie as anything other than ridiculous. Like, I knew this was a terrible movie when I saw this in the theaters when I was 11. But it's fun. It's fun to make fun of. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger is Mr. Freeze, Chill, the Ice Age, just all the ice puns. Like, it's iconic at this point. Bat nipples, there hasn't been anything like it since. We need bat nipples again. We need Robert Pattinson with bat nipples again. Okay, that needs to happen. But Batman and Robin is a great Batman sequel. Joel Schumacher, one of Joel Schumacher's best. It's better than The Lost Boys and Falling Down. One of his best movies. Flatliners for sure. What do you guys think about that? Jackie Brown. I just reviewed Jackie Brown on the channel. I love Jackie Brown. For sure. One of Quentin Tarantino's strongest scripts and strongest films with some of the best performances. When you absolutely got to kill every mother in the room, except no substitutes. And this is a great 4K. Lionsgate knocked this 4K out of the park. Fantastic 4K as a part of the Lionsgate limited line. And we got a couple more heavy hitters. We have Men in Black. Men in Black came out in 1997. This was the follow-up to Independence Day for Will Smith. At this time, like, Will Smith was on top of the world. You went to see the new Will Smith movie every single summer. And Men in Black is still so incredibly fun. And this was one that I also watched over and over again as a kid so many times. The scene with Will Smith when he's shooting he's supposed to shoot all the aliens, but he ends up shooting the little girl, and he explains why he shot the little girl. It's just so funny. Like, he's so good. Like, he's on top of his game in Men in Black. I honestly don't know if he was any better in like a comedic role after this. He was just perfect in it. And Tommy Lee Jones is perfect in it as well. Super funny. Both of them have terrific chemistry. And it's just a super fun, like, alien invasion, science fiction action movie. So I don't think any of the sequels are that good. The recent one with Chris Hemsworth was dog shit. But the first one will always be great, in my opinion. So Men in Black. And the last one, guys, I saved the best picture winner for last. My heart will go on. I got Titanic, the 25th anniversary 4K set, James Cameron's Titanic. Definitely one of the most iconic films of all time. For a while, it was the highest grossing film ever in theaters. I mean, this thing came out in 97, but it made most of its money in the theaters in 98. But it's an incredible movie. It is. I mean, you can't say anything really that bad about it. I mean, it's a great romance story. Everything builds perfectly. The ship sinking, it's incredibly emotional. The music, the score, the performances, the setting, the set design, just how grand and epic everything feels in it. Titanic's one of the greats. So there you go. I should have brought over my 2 VHS pack movie because I still do have that. that's all I got, guys, for 1997 movies. We can open it up to you guys if you all have any more 1997 movies that I missed. Let me know, but I'll go back through the chat real quick. If you all have any questions or anything, GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies needs a 4K from Lee the Machine Bowers. $1.99. 100% agree, man. 100% agree. I cannot disagree with that. You tell no lies with that assessment. Oh yeah, I got that for $16. I waited till it went down on sale and I picked it up. Yeah, it's a Sony 4K, Michelle. Do you not watch the channel? I talk about this stuff every week, Michelle. Come on. All right. Where are we at here? Somehow I scrolled all the way up. What a night, guys. What a night. I tried to put on a nice show for you guys, and this is how StreamYard repays me. 111 people in the chat. Apparently people can't even tell that I'm live. But 111 people clicked anyway. So I appreciate that. I do. I really do. You guys that are in here right now, you're the real ones. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Con Air over Face Off. For sure. 100%. 100%. Cyrus the Virus. Come on. Come on. Free Willy 3, Home Alone 3. Those 97 movies. Damn. Day of the Jackal. I haven't seen Day of the Jackal. One Fine Day. Die Hard 2 is plane related. They took over the airport and planes were running out of fuel because they couldn't land it, including Bonnie Bedelia. Most Wanted with John Voight. You fully support Robert Pattinson, Bat Nipples. Is that Kundin? I did as well. A Life Less Ordinary. I have not seen. Yeah, that was a top-notch 4K for sure. Great Expectations. Does that have what's her name in it? Gwyneth Paltrow as well? Yeah, of course. I heard about Gene Hackman. I don't feel like I've heard any updates on that because I know there was still kind of a mystery surrounding his death. But yeah, very, very sad news. I have not seen enough Gene Hackman, but like my favorite from him is for sure Unforgiven. He's so freaking good in that movie. And also like he's equally as good in The Quick and the Dead. Like he's great. He plays a villainous role in both those movies so well. I just think Unforgiven's a better film. So I just think he has the opportunity to be better in it. But yeah, Unforgiven's a masterpiece. But I love Enemy of the State with him and Will Smith too. That's an incredible film. And yeah, I posted like a whole stack of his movies that I had the other night. I forget his other films, but I could go through his filmography. But yeah, definitely sucks to lose Gene Hackman for sure. But he was 95. It's just kind of weird the circumstances surrounding his death. Kind of crazy. Just fast forward to last hour. Eve's Bayou. Yeah, I did have that. I do have the Criterion of that. I need to watch that one still. 8 Heads with a Duffel Bag. Steel with Shaq. What about Kazam? Was it Kazam with Shaq? What's up, Sully Streams? Have you seen Akira on 4K? Just about the Steelbook and curious about it. I have not. I haven't even seen Akira like at all. So, yeah, but I did point out that I thought that was like maybe the third or fourth time that's been put out on 4K. Like, how many 4Ks of Akira are you going to put out? Gary Oldman in The Fifth Element. I forgot he was in that movie too. Yeah. I did watch Saved by the Bell. I did. Weirdly enough, like I remember watching it as a kid, but I really got into it like when I was in my early 20s. I remember like when I was still in college, before I went to school, it would come on TBS back in the day. I remember watching it like every morning while I would eat some breakfast before I went to school. So I kind of got into it that way, but I watched it like every day for like a year and a half. So let's see. Yeah, they're saying did they confirm that? I don't know if they confirmed that yet. Crimson Tide, 100%. Great in that. Double Team with Van Damme. Let's see. Yeah, I never got No Way Out. I need to get that one. Get Shorty. Yeah, he was great in everything he did. World Tenenbaums. He's freaking incredible in that movie. So funny. He could do it all. And I know that like Welcome to Mooseport's not a great film, but that was his last movie. And I remember watching that when it came out, and I got a kick out of it. I like that movie. At the time, I did not know that was going to be his last movie, but it was. Yeah. I mean, that's a good theory. It's a good theory. Yeah, Kazam on 4K for sure. Kazam! No, that's Shazam, isn't it? But let's see. Guys, I got some. Well, I was going to bring it up earlier. Let me see if it works now. We're at the end of the stream, so if I go down now, I'm just done. I'm just done. Let me see if I can share my screen. Is it actually going to work this time? All right, it's working. It's working. A little Anakin Skywalker for you. So Paramount's got I think Barnes and Noble's hosting a Paramount sale right now. So there's a lot of Paramount stuff for very cheap on Amazon. I've got a lot of it linked down below. I'll probably link more of it when I get off the stream. But there's some good stuff on here, guys. There's We Were Soldiers, which I was thinking about getting, is $14.49. Unfortunately, they had the Naked Gun, Top Secret, and Airplane 4K set on here for like $28 earlier. It's gone. So yeah, I almost got that, but I'm like, yeah, I'll hold off still. I have all those movies. But I'm still gonna hold off. I'm kind of a little, because I already have Naked Gun on 4K, so it's like I'm repeat buying. I wish you would just put these out individually. So I'm kind of against it, but I'll get it at some point. I have to have Top Secret on 4K. Sleepy Hollow's $14.49. That's a great 4K. Double Jeopardy's $14.49. Some of the Mission Impossible steelbooks are $17.49. MI4 is $14.99. Primal Fear is $21.99, so that's like $14 off. Sweeney Todd's $14.49. So I've got a lot of these linked down below if you want to check any of these out. Use the links. Mean Girls on 4K, but there's some good stuff on here. Another 48 Hours is $10, the Paramount Presents edition. Pulp Fiction's $13.99. One Love 4K steelbook is $18.49. So yeah, just some solid stuff on here, guys. Solid stuff. White Christmas, $14.49. Oh, I need to grab The Accused. That's only $7.49. Yeah, I've heard good things about that movie. I might want to grab that. And somebody please tell me to not be stupid and get the Drive 4K steelbook. Please tell me to not be stupid and get that damn steelbook, because I freaking want it. It's beautiful and I love the movie, but I got the damn Second Sight set. I don't need it. I don't need it, but it's $30. And I feel like if I don't get it now, it'll be gone forever. And I'll never have another opportunity. Oh my goodness. Rosemary's Baby, $14.49. Gemini Man's $12 on 4K. That's not a Paramount title, but I mean, I've heard good things about that 4K. I have. Rush is $28. The Terrifier 3 4K steelbook's $26.01. Dungeons and Dragons, that's the Blu-ray for $10.99. So there's a lot of good deals, guys, going on right now. If you want the Joker 2 steelbook, it's $24.97. So there you go. Yeah, I was surprised. They had more steelbooks on here yesterday. Some of this stuff for very cheap for steelbooks. Like, I was like, damn, that's a good price. And we can thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick. Yeah, I heard about Grindhouse Video having a liquidation sale. So yeah, maybe we want to check out some Grindhouse Video stuff. But I was going to get on Groove. That's unfortunate about Grindhouse Video. They had a lot of shit happen to them last year. And they're just not doing online anymore. They're like, we're just going to focus on the store, which, I don't blame you. Do what's going to stress you out the least. Like, you know, you can make it work. So this is a 3 Blu-rays. It would help if I presented the screen. 3 Blu-rays for $19.98. That's a good deal. They've done 3 for $24, which I didn't think was as good of a deal, but this is like 3. This is like a Blu-ray for $670. Now they've also got 3 for 40 4Ks, which is maybe the worst 4K sale they've ever done, it feels like, because I feel like they do a lot of 3 for 30s and 3 for 33s, but now they're doing 3 for 40s. Still a good deal at the end of the day. You're getting 4Ks for $13, but it's not as good as they usually do. But there's some good stuff on here, like to get the Covenant, like that just came out last year. You can get that for $6 now on Blu-ray. Bonnie and Clyde, Falling Down. It's like I'm reluctant to get some of these because it's like, are these going to get 4Ks next year or this year? Like I'm still waiting on Falling Down to get a 4K, but it's like I'm just tired of not owning it, so like I might just get it. But there's good stuff. Children of Men, Last Voyage of the Demeter. Like I might get that because I don't need that Screen Factory 4K. I might just get it on Blu-ray. Air, I mean that's a recent film. Deliverance. Dark City, but be careful with Dark City because there were rumors about that getting a 4K. Prisoners, great movie. Another Denis Villeneuve film. Like that is freaking incredible. So highly recommend that. Blue Velvet, Gettysburg, Fargo, Cocaine Bear. There's some great stuff on here. Like if Devil's Advocate's on here, like I might go ahead and get Devil's Advocate. Fried Green Tomatoes. I love that movie. The Jackal's on here. Shit. You got good stuff. Yeah. A lot of stuff we talked about in the stream tonight. Coal Miner's Daughter. Dracula. Billy Madison. I mean, that's getting a 4K soon, but if you don't feel like you need it, it's on Blu-ray. Cop Car, Charlie Wilson's War, American Gangster, Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Revenge, which is a great movie for the love of the game. Daylight, United 93, This Is 40. I love This Is 40. Great comedy. Yesterday. I mean, they got 23 pages, guys. I could be on here forever going through these. Like, there's a big, massive selection. The Shadow, Blu-rays. Again, like you could easily spend like $60 and get 9 Blu-rays on here, which is not bad. Not bad. At the end of the day. Crybaby, although I do highly see Wild Wild West. Like I need Wild Wild West. And I don't think that'll ever get a 4K. So I might be okay getting that. It could. It's possible. But I don't know. Bruce Almighty. I've got that one, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got that one. Strangers on a Train. That's still a big Hitchcock movie that doesn't have a 4K. Role Models. Role Models is great. It's definitely one of the best 2000s comedies. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. Dirty Dozen, City Slickers, Outlaw Josie Royals. I mean, it's getting a 4K soon, but you don't need it. The Postman, like a lot of stuff on here I need. Maverick, I need. I still need Maverick, and that's like a $16.99 Blu-ray. So to get that for $6 or a little bit over $6 like that, again, great deal. Great deal. Call the Conqueror, Thomas Crown Affair, City of Angels, The Mule, Westworld, Thelma and Louise. Yeah, good stuff, guys. Exit Wounds, Fracture. That's a good movie. How the West Was Won. Beer Fest. Holy shit. I didn't even know Beer Fest had a Blu-ray. I got to get that. I used to have it on DVD back in the day. I remember my first beer. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Oh, that's a Bonfire of the Vanities. That's isn't that Brian De Palma film? Holy shit, that's got Tom Hanks, Bruce Willis, and Melody Griffith. Why do I not own this? I got to get this one for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get in there and try to check out at least 3 Blu-rays. There's no way I can't find 3 Blu-rays to get in this sale. You got The Bodyguard, you got Soldier, Kurt Russell. There's some good shit in there. Good shit. Priscilla Hoosiers, Butterfly Effect. Oh my God, they got Mortal Kombat Legacy 2. What is that? Oh, Spawn's on here. Holy shit. There's some good stuff on here. Dave. That's an Ivan Reitman film. All right, guys. I can't go through all 23 pages, but you get the gist of it. All right. Look, guys, it was I agree. I used to love Butterfly Effect. We saw it, my wife and I saw that in the theaters. It's amazing. YOLO. Enabler. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you joining me tonight. It was a weird show because things just kept messing up. It didn't go like I wanted it to. And now I've got like 85 4Ks and Blu-rays to put back on the shelf. But oh, you said a 4K must be coming. I mean, that Blu-ray came out not too long ago. Blu-ray came out not too long ago. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you joining me. Let me go through the chat real quick before we leave. If Ken got rid of all of his duplicates titles, his background will look like an abandoned Blockbuster. It would not. I actually took all the duplicates out of my collection a few months ago. I haven't seen that one. Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff on there. And like I said, it's still good. $13 for a 4K. Color Out of Space. That has a 4K, so it doesn't have Dolby Vision. Is that what you're saying? That was RLJE. It was always weird to me how, like, they put out Mandy and that didn't get a 4K, and then they put out Color of Space like 6 months later and it had a 4K. I'm like, why didn't y'all do a 4K for Mandy? Like, Color Out of Space is okay, but like Mandy is freaking awesome. I want the best of the best in 4K. Yeah. 4K. 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 Somebody said they hate the way I say 4K. How do you all say it? What do I say? 4K. 4K. Fork. I just say fork. Maybe I should just say fork from now on. I don't know. People have wild comments. The verbal morality statutes. I don't. What did I say something wrong? I probably did. Look, guys. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. It was a shit show, but it always is with me, right? I don't know what to do about it. Last time you couldn't hear me. At least you could hear me okay. At least I hope you could. It's just this time something was going wrong with StreamYard. It still says there's 0 people watching on StreamYard. And when I look down, it's 108. So it is what it is. Thank you all so much for joining. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know. Look, if you're watching on the replay, let me know what your favorite 97 movie is down below. And I'll see you guys later.